Egyptian troops opened fire on a group supporting deposed President Mohamed Morsi today. The shooting happened outside headquarters of the Republican Guard, where Morsi was briefly held. In other areas of the country, thousands of protesters are gathering in what's being called a Friday of Rejection. Arnala Ayed is in Cairo. She'll have more on this in just a moment. New documents reveal the Conservative Party was ready to use its own funds to cover Mike Duffy's disallowed Senate expenses. According to the documents, the party eventually chose not to use its own money when it saw just how much Duffy owed. Instead, Nigel Wright, who was then Chief of Staff to Stephen Harper, stepped in with his own $90,000. A Rwandan refugee who fled to Canada and then was charged with war crimes today was found not guilty. Jacques Mangware was arrested in 2009, 8 years after arriving in Canada, accused of taking part in a massacre back in 1994. He told an Ontario Superior Court that the accusations were fabricated, and the judge found there was reasonable doubt. Mangware is only the second person charged under the Crimes Against Humanity and War Crimes Act. The trial took 26 weeks. Members of Iceland's parliament considered a proposal today that would grant immediate citizenship to Edward Snowden, but the idea received little support. Snowden is seeking asylum in more than a dozen countries. He's believed to be stuck in a Moscow airport transit area. Today, the late Pope John Paul II cleared the final hurdle to sainthood. Pope Francis approved a miracle attributed to John Paul II's intervention. Francis also used his papal authority to approve John the 23rd for sainthood, even though a second miracle has not been confirmed. The two former popes are expected to be canonized before the end of the year. A Vancouver-based internet company says it will offer fiber optic internet service at a speed of 1 gigabyte per second. That's about 60 times faster than the Canadian average. The small startup called 1 Gigabyte says the speed will be comparable to what's offered by Google Fiber. It plans to charge $45 to $65 a month.